Greetings, John. This is Jacob Barchef, and I, along with my team members Richie Tarkowski and Wyatt Miller, would like to present to you our Connect 4 game. This application was initially created August 30th, 2018, and its development lasted approximately 3 weeks to the current date of September 22nd, 2018. Our Connect 4 game is a console application developed in C# using the Model View Controller design pattern. It allows two players to play Connect 4 using arrow keys to place their game piece, and a menu system that allows players to view game stats, rules, and to either play around or to exit the application.
Hello, my name is Wyatt Miller. This application was designed for two players to play a game of Connect 4 virtually. So I'm going to walk you through, show you a demo and stuff. So it says press any key to continue. That was the introductory screen. I had the honor and privilege to work on the controller. So I implemented each menu and did some behind the scenes work for each option selected. So quit obviously quits the game and thanks you for playing the game, and main menu takes you to the main menu. I press enter right at the main menu, and it takes you to the main menu. You can either play a new round, view the rules, or view current game results. Go ahead and play a new round, and then it asks you to select which player starts. So I'm going to go with player X, and it's currently player X's turn, so I'm going to win vertically. So I'm going to do that really quick. And you see we added a sound class to that. I implemented that when Richie added the sound class while I implemented it into the controller. Press any key to continue. It shows you the current game results. Shows that we played one round, and the rounds won for player X was 1. And the cats games are for if there was a tie. So press any key to return the main menu, and then we can play again. This time player L is going to win horizontally. Player O wins. See, you can now see our rounds played is 2. Rounds 1 for player X is 1, and now rounds 1 for player O is 1. So we're going to return to the main menu, and I'm now going to show you a little behind the scenes code that we did. The controller is a layer in between the view and the model to act as a bridge between those two. So I modified some of the play game method. At the bottom you see I removed the if block, which had the timeouts and the maximum player attempts. We thought that was unnecessary. And we also removed the prompt the player to play a new game. So we just removed that entirely, and we initialized the game board in the view again once the playing round is over. And I constructed the menus itself, and I implemented the scenes behind it. So, for example, if someone on the opening menu selects main menu, handled by an enumeration, the playing game is equal to true. And then if someone in the main menu wants to view the game rules, they can view the game rules by selecting the view rules itself, also handled by enumeration. And I also handled the exit mechanic, which is right here in manage player turn, which I modified. So Richie added a little exit code, and so in the view, the key that is pressed to exit the game, exit the round rather, is handled by the view, and the view has a column associated with that. So if someone presses escape, they want to go back to the main menu, an exit code round is sent to the model, and then the model sends that exit round code back to me, the controller, and then so if the column, which is handled by the player coordinate choice method, it will add a cats game to that to the current game results, set the playing round to false, and set the game. It will display the current game status.
Hi, my name is Richie, and I was responsible for the model in our Connect 4 application. So I just wanted to quickly talk about how we calculated a win in the game. For a little bit of background, we abstracted the game board with the two-dimensional array. And so after every move, instead of checking just by brute force, we wanted to check for a win based on the position of the piece in the most recent move, so the code would be more efficient. So let's quickly go through the code here. Up top, I'm just defining the combinations of linear checks for a win, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. And then right here, I'm just pretty much going through each set of those combinations and counting the consecutive pieces in that line. And then if it's greater than 4, if that count is greater than 4, we're going to return the function true, so there was a win. And if not, we're just moving on to the next. So then if all of the checks have returned false, then the function will return false because there is no win.
Hey John, this is Jacob, and I quickly wanted to go over what I did with the view for this project. In particular, I wanted to go over the method display game board, and basically what it's doing to build out that game board. So first, what I'm doing is I'm simply setting the cursor position to the top of the game board and then clearing that top section of X's and O's. I am then setting the cursor position to the player piece, given the variable player location, which is simply a calculation where that player piece should be based on what column they're at. I'm then either drawing the X or the O and changing the foreground color accordingly to match the player piece color. Here are my Unicode characters that I use to build out the game board. Basically what I do then is I set the cursor position to the game board location. I change the foreground color to blue to match the game board color, and then I start with that top row. I build that out, and then I go through and I build the rows and columns in here. And then down here, when I'm adding the player pieces in, I'm setting the console color to red, and then black to blue to match the board, or yellow and then black to blue to match the board as well. That's how I keep those game pieces colored as I print out the board. And then on the bottom here, I am just building out that bottom piece. So some of the project takeaways include working as a team by using Discord as a communication medium, in which we would post GitHub pull requests, discuss code, and send screenshots of work that we completed. We would also use GitHub for version control and creating feature branches so we could all work on separate areas and then merge them to master so we would not break master. Also using Trello to organize our user stories, which helped us complete the project on time, actually before time. Future versions may include different player pieces, a computer AI that you can play against, persistence so that you can save your games, and even more sounds to make the game more fun. So thank you for watching.